Hey, how's it going? So I'm going to have a look at this salvage auction today. There's a few cars that I've seen on there. It'd be ideal to get something pretty cheap, but I've seen some German cars as well that's going to be, cost a bit more. There's actually a nice Mercedes on there as well, which I know usually sells for about $50,000. But I'm not too sure what that's going to go for. I can't see any damage on it. But yeah, just going to have a look through it, see what's on there today. I'm not too sure if I want to pick up something really cheap or something I can sort of fix up and then sell on really. So get it through the pits and that. So let's get on there and have a look. Okay, so I'm on the Pickles website, pickles.com.au, and I'm here in Western Australia. So today I'm going to have a look at Salvage. But the website does everything. It's got cars, salvage, industrial, just general goods and things like that. So let's have a look at the Salvage. I'm going to what I'll do is I'll make it easy. I'll do it this way. I'll go over up to buy, and you can see everything that you can look at. But I'm going to go to Salvage cars. Now I'm going to refine it. So there's 4,015 cars available nationwide. That's throughout Australia. So I'm going to refine it. So I'm going to bring it down to WA and to Perth. So that takes it down to 400 already. That's incredible. That's like a tenth of the cars. So it was for 4,000 nationwide, and then we come to Perth and it's like 400. Just because we're so isolated here, and there's a small population. So, but that's just where it is, I suppose. So, so the year I want to go from sort of I don't want to buy anything less than older than 2009, and I'm going to go to 2016, and then I'm going to look at anything that's a repairable write-off, stuff which is basically it can be repaired and put back on the road. Anything that's a WOVA it might have been damaged, but the insurance company hasn't put like a repairable write-off or a write-off status on it. So but saying that, they could be not on the WOVA, which is the repairable write-off vehicle register, but they could be seriously damaged, which never be able to get back on the road. So you've got to be careful what you buy on them. And then these are inspection past ones, which means they were a repairable write-off in the past. They've been repaired. They've passed inspection, but for some reason they're back in the auction again. So maybe people are just selling them back in there, or maybe they were damaged again. So and then the statutory write-off, which I'm not interested in, they're the ones that can't go on back on the road. They're like too badly damaged, and they're only good for spare parts. So so I want to have a look at Pickles Live. So Pickles Live is the live auction, where the auctioneer and he puts the hammer down. And then the Pickles Online is just basically like an ongoing auction, which could be like a day or a few days even. And it just has a time, like an end time on it, which you can bid on any time until the end time. So look at Pickles Live. The kilometers, I would look at 200,000 kilometers, but something might just come up that's like 201,000 that might be really nice, and I'd miss it because I put that. So I'm going to leave that out really. So, and that's pretty much it. I can actually look at all at the most common vehicles, that but we'll generally go through them, because I've been through this before yesterday, and I've actually saved some. But we can see actually what's there. There's 6 Mercedes, there's 3 Land Rovers, there's a Jaguar in there, there's some Audis, which I'm not really going to bother with Audi anymore, because whenever I buy them, even when I do fix them up, I just find it hard to sell them on for some reason here in WA. There's one BMW there, there's some Fords there, but we'll look through it anyway. So let's click on show the results. So I'm going to click on, there is actually an auction on today, so but I'm going to click 120, so that'll bring more on one page, and then I'm going to go by title, sort by title, so that'll be by the vehicle make. Now I've got the on another open, I've got the actual live auction open today, so I'm just going to click on that, and this is the live auction. We're on lot number 69 at the moment. If I put the volume up on that, you can hear the auctioneer in the background. So, but I'm going to turn that volume off so we can. We'll have a look at that. One of the cars I think is at lot. One of the cars I've saved, I think is about a lot 130 or 140, something like that, around that number anyway. So, anyway, let's get on to the that's my watch list, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. So, 134 cars. They're all Audis, which they all look really nice. I do love the Audis, but they just don't sell that well. It's hard to get them shifted. It's a weird one, really. I don't know what it is about them. It's a shame, really, because they're really nice looking cars. But anyway, there's a BMW one there which I'd looked at, but it's got quite bad damage there. I don't know. It can be a fixer-upper if you can get the parts, but I want something just not as bad. Because I know that I can get cars. I have done in the past. I've got cars that are got like the bumpers, maybe the grill's broken on it or something like that, and I just replaced the grill, and the bumper's a bit scraped. And especially with scratches on panels, the insurance company look at like, oh, that panel might need to replacing, or it might need a complete respray, and then the car will need a complete respray. They look at getting it back to like brand new condition, and then the cost in that with all new parts, if it's over or too close to what the car is valued at, they'll just write it off. So it could be anything. So there's a nice Chrysler V8 there, so that's the SRT. I looked at this. It doesn't. Like, the bonnet's obviously open on it. They've unclicked the bonnet, but it's got like black tape on the bottom. So maybe there's something's hit underneath. I'm not too sure. But I don't know. I can't see any damage on it whatsoever. Yeah, look at that. That'll be pretty quick. Now let's look at the damage details. So it says impact damage vehicle, and mechanical or electrical damage. That's strange, because last night when I looked at this car on here, that second thing wasn't on there. It just said impact damage vehicle. I was like, where's the damage? There's no damage. So it's obviously got some kind of mechanical or electrical problem. Engine could have blown up, or it could have an electrical, like real bad electrical problem. And the insurance company have just written it off. The garage can't fix it. So that's a bit of a bad one, really. Depends what that goes for, really. That could, it could be an easy fix for someone, but it could be if you can't get it started, or there's something probably major wrong, could have seized. You could have a can of worms, and is it really worth a 13-year-old car? Is it really worth taking all that engine out? And I don't know. Could be right for someone, but anyway. These things I'm not really interested in. I looked at these Rangers, which seemed okay, but they were when I looked more into them, they were in pretty bad condition, pretty used and damaged. That one's really damaged. So let's keep having a look. I'm not interested in any of these. There's a that one's a Caprice. So it's like a Commodore, so slightly different shape on the front. The bonnet's faded on it. It's a repairable write-off. It says it's got an impact damage, but it just depends what. You see, even if you fix the damage, you got all this fading on it, and when you get it through the pits, and because it'll pass the pits with fading on it, even if it's got scratches on the paintwork. But it's then going to try and sell it. So there's the damage. Let's open that picture. So there's the damage in the door. That's what's two doors, isn't it? It needs two doors. So, and it's damaged it that much that it's actually pulled the top of the door out. If I go back a picture, you might be able to see it from the other angle. Yeah, the top of the door's popped out, so it's actually really pushed it in. So that B pillar could be damaged, because you got the A pillar, B pillar, and then this is the C pillar. So that B pillar could be like damaged, or even the lock quite damaged. So I think for what it is, and I don't really know much really about the Holdens really. I'm more into my experiences with German cars. So But I do get other things as well. I do get Fords and Holdens I have done in the past. That's a nice looking car. 2015 Commodore. It's a 6-cylinder 3.6. What does that say on the window? Oh, Sharps. I don't know what that says. It says something about... This is what you got to look at. You got to look at the writing as well on the windows. See what this says. So if I click onto that and zoom in, Sharps completed. So that means they've done a search for needles in there. So that could be means that it's been stolen or something. Yeah, malicious vehicle damage. That usually means that it's been stolen and then it's got some damage. But I don't know what the damage is. But yeah, that'd be a bit nasty, wouldn't it? Buying a car and then you're cleaning it out and then you put your hand under the seat and a needle goes into your hand. It's oh God, couldn't imagine anything worse. But yeah, it's just a stolen recovered. That looks like what it is. Wow, they're really that's really. I didn't realise it was so nice inside. That's really nice. And the key's in it as well. I can see the key in the ignition. So the key's with it. So it's obviously been stolen. Maybe they got the keys from somewhere. And then there's some stuff in the back. 130. I might look at that. I might save that. And that's... when is that? Oh, it's a lot. 108. So it's actually in progress. The sale's in progress. So it's on today's sale. So I'll save that. Yeah, malicious damage. Let me just have a look at the overview of anything. 133,000 kilometers. Rear wheel drive. Yeah, everything else seems right with it. I need to get off this for a minute so I can get back to the normal screen of it. I was going to look at something. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, yeah, that was right. Now, one thing I always say to look at, you look at the steering wheel. The steering wheel is slightly to the right. It's only slightly off. It's not much. But if the steering wheel's off, look at the wheels and see if the wheel's slightly turned. Because if you get something and the wheels are dead straight forward, and then the steering wheel's like turned, that means it could have hit something. The wheel they could have driven, and it looks like it obviously has hit something there. But it hasn't. The wheel isn't scraped or the tire isn't popped or anything like that. But it could be. Yeah, that's the left wheel. It looks straight. And where's the right wheel? The right wheel looks all right as well. It's just the angle of it. You just can't see. But that's something to watch out for, because the wheel could have hit something. It could have bent the suspension bar or the suspension arm, or the steering control arm or something like that. Usually the wishbones take it first when they have a smack in the bloody in the wheel. So I've saved that. I'm not interested in them. That one's like, well, that's well mashed. What's that it? So wow, and look at that. That can't be a repairable write-off. Repairable write-off. Why would you even bother trying to fix that up? That's really, the windscreen's gone, the pillar, it's just, that should be a statutory. It's not even worth fixing. It's just like a crappy old Holden 1800. So, and all these things I'm not really interested. There's a lot on here. I should have really shortlisted it. You see, there's two types of people that buy cars, like I've said before on my other videos. There's the people that are real, car enthusiasts that buy like stuff like that Jaguar. They love the look of them, they love the power, they love the shape and everything like that. They love about what the essence of them. And then there's people that just want a mode of transport and they buy something like that. So and that's the differences with them. So okay, where's that? I've saved this, so I'll have a look at my save list in a minute. Okay. There's a Range Rover there I had a look at, but it's all got a dust on it, like it's fingerprints. So it's been stolen, and it's a bit of a mess. If I have a look through the pictures quickly, look at that at the back. I think it's both the windows are broke. But that probably looks worse than it is, but that is alright. Look at that. But I think there's windows, and they've stuck cardboard on it to try and cover it up, and taped it up and everything to stop rain getting in. But they've really gone round, the forensics have really gone round with the fingerprint dust. So that must have been involved in something really bad for them to go to all that effort. But yeah, I'm not too sure. They obviously haven't done a good job of, if it's rained, there's water would have gone in that. Let's have a look what else there is. Now, these are just all basics, and like I said, I've looked through those. I've saved them cars. There's a nice E-Class Mercedes there, but it's too badly damaged. The bumper's missing off it, and the headlight's gone. And yeah, it's if it was just a little bit less than that, it wouldn't be too bad. That ML is quite nice, but again, it's too badly gone, too badly damaged for my liking. I'm not prepared to go to that much effort. Be good as a parts car. Make a load of money in parts because you got all the leather. Yeah, I don't know how much parts of them sell though. You see, so they're not a little bit popular, but they're not that much. The Nissan Patrol there that I'd, but that's again, it's pretty badly damaged. Coming to the end now. And these are in like alphabetical order of the make. You see quite a few of these Toyota 86s on, but they're always like really badly damaged. Like look at that. That's really damaged. So anyway, so I'm gonna jump off this because yeah. Oh, and then there's another page. I'm saved that. That looks like Kluger. Looks alright. And then there's all of lots of little Toyotas and everything. The Polo looks alright there, but it's the back end's gone on it. Oh, that's really had a hit. Wow. Yeah, that's a Polo that I thought it was a Golf for a second then. They so look the same, the Polos and the Golfs. There's a Golf there. That's a 2012, but that's too badly damaged. Look at that. Yeah, it's just bonnet and all that slam panel will be pushed in as well. So it's actually quite a lot of damage. I got a Golf once from here, and I think it was something that was like, let's have a look. Where is it gone? Look at that one as well, smashed in. Yeah, it was like a 2012 Golf, and it just had like some dents along the doors, but loads of scratches, and it was in black, I think. Oh no, like a dark grey. And I won it for $1,100, and then with the fees and delivery, you come up to around about, probably, I don't know, nearly $2,000 possibly, whatever it was. But I remember I put it up for sale. No, it was about $1,700 in total with the fees, and I put it up for sale, and I made about $2,000 on it just as it was. But I cleaned it up, cleaned the interior, and I buffed all the paint on the side, so it just left the dints. And you know what? I should have just took it to the pits because it probably would have just passed. But I think I put it up for $4,000 something. And some young lad bought it just that he was going to put have a project and put it through the pits. So they do sell well. So it's some cars they do go well, but that's well damaged. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here, right? And then I'm going to do another video and look at my save list. So I'll do a separate one because I've got this save list here, my watch list, which is 7 items in it, and that's I'm not all of them on today, but there was one of them on. So hopefully I'll get another video done where I can have a look at the live auction as well and see what that car or them couple of cars are going to go for. So, okay, so I'm going to get onto that. So have a look for that video when it comes up, and it'll be my watch list for I don't know what the date is today. So the 19th of March. My watch list, and you can see what I'm looking at, and there's some nice cars on there. So, okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot.